now call to order the November 18, 2019 meeting of the New Caney Independent School District Board of Trustees at 6:32. Let the minutes show that a quorum is present with all members in attendance. Please rise for the invocation to be given Mr. Mixon, and standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and honor the Texas flag to be given by Mr. Ward.
Joe, Father, I just want to thank you this day. We thank you for each one of the people in this room, given the service they provide. We thank you for many teachers. Just ask that you continue to keep your hand on this district and make decisions tonight. We keep you as the number one focus. We thank you for all that you do. At your name we pray.
Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Item 2 on the agenda is the consideration of canvass election results of the November 5th, 2019 Board of Trustees election. All board members were provided a copy of the official results as provided by Harris and Montgomery County. Presented by Mr. Calvert.
Yes, sir. Tonight you'll have those results in front of you. Just ask them to certify those.
Are there any other questions, further discussion? Is there a motion to accept the approval of the results of the November 5th, 2019 Board of Trustees election to declare the winners as Beth Crippen and Ty Trout? Motion has been moved and seconded. There being no further discussion, the vote will be taken. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Beth Crippen and Ty Trout will now take the oath of office.
Just raise your right hand. I state your name. I, Beth Crippen, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the duties of this office. As school board trustee of the state of Texas. And will to the best of my ability. Preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. And the laws of the United States. And of this state. So help me God. Congratulations.
Item 3 on the agenda is recognition to recognize and reseat the board. I will now decide over the meeting as we elect board president. Are there any nominations for board president?
I second.
All those in favor for Chad Turner to be elected president, say aye.
Aye.
None opposed. I appreciate the opportunity to work again to better our district. Chad Turner has been elected as for the upcoming year. Are there any nominations for board vice president?
I would like to nominate Craig Mixon. Second.
All in favor for Craig Mixon to be elected vice president? Say aye. Craig Mixon will be president for the upcoming year. Vice president for the upcoming year. Get my title already. Up next are there nominations for board secretary?
I nominate Elizabeth Harrell.
All in favor of Elizabeth Harrell to be elected board secretary, say aye.
Aye.
Elizabeth Harrell has been elected for board secretary for the upcoming year. Are there nominations for Assistant Secretary?
Nominate Ty Terrell.
All those in favor for Ty Trott to be elected Assistant Secretary, say aye.
Aye.
Ty Trott has been elected Assistant Secretary for the upcoming year. Congratulations to all. Item 4 on the agenda is public hearing for the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas, presented by Ms. Fahy.
Okay, good evening. There is a sign-in sheet in the back for any of the public that would like to sign in saying that you are here, and there's also copies of this presentation in the back as well. Okay, this is for the 2018-19 Financial Integrity Rating System. I'll probably just say FIRST, that's our acronym for it, School First. This is based off of 17-18 data. This is the 17th year that School First has been around, so a lot of this information is going to be pretty much redundant. It's just different data for a different year. New Caney ISD did receive an A Superior Achievement for 18-19. This is the 16th consecutive year that we've received that, so we've received that 16 years prior, and then this is the 17th. So every year we have received Superior. The goal of School First is to achieve quality performance and management of school district financial resources. It ensures that Texas school districts are accountable not only for student learning, but also for achieving their results cost effectively and efficiently. There are 15 indicators in the School First worksheet. 1, 3, 4, 5, and 2A are considered critical indicators. If you get a no on that, you automatically receive an F score. We received a yes on all of those. These revolve around unrestricted net assets, our annual audit report, audit for findings, and debt payments and payments to other government agencies. The remaining indicators are each worth 10 points apiece. Indicator 6 is where we lost 2 points. We did score a 98. This is the highest first rating that we received since they went to a point system. We've always received Superior, but point system we did score a 98. This has to do with cash on hand, and basically what that is they want 90 days cash on hand. We are currently sitting at 87.5295. So this is the highest amount of cash on hand we've had, so we're getting closer to that 90%. The other ones we did receive 10. I'm not going to read them all to you. You do have a copy of the first rating worksheet in your handout, so you can see what those are, but we did score 10 points on all of those. The last section of the first rating public hearing is some annual disclosures that we're required to disclose. The first thing is the superintendent's employment contract that is found on our district website, so we have met that by putting it on the district website. The second is any reimbursements received by or paid on behalf of the superintendent or school board trustees during that time frame. This has to do with meals, lodging, transportation, fuel, mileage, others such as dues or any type of medical things that we're required to pay for. Superintendent Franklin was $14,520, Mixon $1,721, Moreau $1,287, Kirkwood $1,508, Trout $1,439, Turner $1,486, Wooden $2,244, and Harrell $1,302. The third thing is any outside compensation or fees received by the superintendent for professional consulting, and that for the fiscal year ending 2018 was none. Any gifts that were received by any executive officers or board members that in aggregate were $250 or more for the fiscal year, and all of the members and superintendent was 0. Any business transactions between the school district and any board members, and that also was 0. Any questions on the first rating for 18-19? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Item 5 on the agenda is recognitions. Up first will be New Caney High School's principal, Mr. Eric.
Thank you for this opportunity to bring some recognition to some very special people on our campus at Caney High School. Our fine arts selection is Kizzy Riley. Kizzy is the captain of the Blue Bonnets. She's been an officer for 3 or 4 years in high school, culminating with the captain role this year. She'll be representing NCHS as an all-state dancer for TVEA. She's also the top 10 for our school this year and balances everything while amassing over 200 hours of community service. She's the cornerstone of the team, an excellent representation of class, and dignity every time she takes the field or court. Congratulations. All right, our student athlete, Ladarian Henson. Ladarian is the true definition of a student athlete. He's an outstanding student of the game and a superior student in the classroom. He's the kind of student athlete you would want your son to model himself after. He truly exemplifies the pillars of New Caney Eagle football culture, which are character, unselfishness, faith, loyalty, discipline, commitment, respect, and effort. We are grateful to have him represent the Eagle family for this honor. Our CATE student is Juan Coronado. Juan takes full advantage of our CATE programs at New Caney High School. He's gone above and beyond to learn the skill of welding and has dedicated so much to the program. Juan often stays late to help tutor freshman students who are learning to weld themselves and enjoys staying after school to continue improving his own welding skills. He goes out of his way to strive for excellence every day. All right, our custodian selection is Yahaira Sanchez. Yahaira is our lead custodian. This is her second year at New Caney High School, and she stepped up into the lead role mid-year. She did this without missing a beat. She continuously impresses those that work with her by not complaining and just getting the job done and doing it with a smile. She's worked double shifts almost every day for the past 3 months and has still managed to make it work and make it to work on time and stays late when she needs to. All right, our child nutrition selection is Miss Crystal Wyndham. To begin with, Miss Wyndham is very yes-minded. She's very friendly with all the kiddos at New Caney High School and never has a bad day, or at least doesn't show it. She jumps in to help her teammates in every way possible, and all the while with a smile on her face. Miss Wyndham is a very positive person, and we are very lucky to have her at New Caney High School. Our paraprofessional selection is Miss Jasmine Aldana. Jasmine is our AP Counselor Secretary for Miss Garreau and Miss Moss. She's our campus's substitute coordinator. Anybody who knows anything about that position knows that this is a very difficult job at times. She's trying to fill classes. She's been at New Caney High School for 3 years and does everything every day with a smile on her face. She's also the life of the office and brings a smile to everyone else's faces and looks at problems, faces problems with a yes-mindedness and a positive attitude that is contagious to everyone around her. You know, a little side note I forgot to mention this about Jasmine. She didn't miss a beat. Lost the entire first story of her house due to Tropical Storm Imelda. But just to show more about her and who she is as a person, she's continued to show up every day, no matter what was going on around her, with a smile on her face. So that's a true testament to her. And finally, our teacher selection is Ms. Carmen Michaud. She is our Social Studies Department Chair. She's also our Advanced Academics Coordinator. She's been with New Caney High School for 4 years now. She's an excellent instructional leader on our campus that helps push our Social Studies Department to success in everything they do. From STAR scores to the History Fair, our Social Studies Department expects excellence. Carmen has been instrumental in leading this charge and is a leader in academic changes going on at New Caney High School. Has been instrumental in really advancing our advanced academics throughout the campus. All right, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything you guys do.
Jeremy Harris for Porter High School. Inspire us, Jeremy. Inspire us.
Thanks for this opportunity. I'd like to recognize the following people from Porter High School. First, I'd like to recognize our teacher, Miss Cecilia Barrera. She has a really good story. She started off as a para on our campus, went back to school, worked her way up, and now she's a teacher on our campus. And I have to be honest, as a first-year teacher, I could not be more impressed with how she conducts her classroom, and also she lets kids make cell anatomies out of food. Of course, you know, I like to go and eat, so I've visited her classroom a lot. She seems to be the, I mean, we come in your room a lot for learning walks. She seems to be a target a lot, and our teachers want to learn, and it's crazy that, you know, we have other teachers on our campus who maybe are a little more experienced, but they're wanting to go into her classroom to see what she's doing. And she is an excellent teacher. We have kids all the time that have already started asking, can I be in Ms. Herrera's class? And, you know, unfortunately, she doesn't have any room in her class anymore. So we sometimes have to deny those requests. But she is an excellent teacher, and we, as educators, we can all learn a lot from her. So thank you, Cecilia. All right, next is our para, Priscilla Garcia. Man, when it comes to somebody who knows how to run things in a front office, it's her. She normally has things ready for us before we even ask for it, and which is kind of weird because she's already starting to think like us, and that's kind of scary. But I mean, she just is, man, wherever we need her, and she just jumps in, and without even asking if we need help, she just goes. And she does an excellent job, always willing to help out, and she's the one that kind of keeps us organized. As a front office staff, if you know me and Bart Miller, we're a little unorganized at times, so her and Linda, my secretary, do a fantastic job of keeping us organized, and I really don't know what we do without her in that front office. Oh, did I? All right, next, I'd like to recognize...
See how organized she is, Jeremy?
Yeah, I know. I only got me on that.
Very nice of us.
Next, I'd like to recognize our custodian, Ms. Tammy Rich now. You know, at the end of a long day, I can always count on Tammy to be that ray of sunshine walking that hallway right outside my office. And I mean, she's always laughing, you know, she always smiling, always asking us how we're doing. She is another one of those that no matter where we ask her to go, I mean, we'll be on the radio and we'll say, hey, we need something down in C Hall or D Hall. Usually it's D Hall, it seems like these days. And Tammy she just goes. And I mean, she's just there. And she is a fantastic person to work with. And, you know, she just always has a smile on her face and always does just whatever we ask. And I couldn't be more thankful to have her on our staff at Porter. Next, I'd like to recognize our child nutrition worker, Ms. Elvia Mendez. She is part of the reason I'm built like I am, and you know, because they make pretty good food back there. She always goes above and beyond, and she knows her job. She's very trusted, and she's a very dependable worker. And you know, one of the good things is she never misses work. She is there. You're there every day. And I think she's been there, you've been there since day one, since Porter opened, is that right? Yeah, she's an original Spartan, so she's been there every day. She's very dependable, and we're thankful to have her. Okay, our students, I'd like to recognize Naeli Martinez as our CTE student that we're going to recognize tonight. She serves as the District 7 Secretary for Skills USA. Well, she wears a lot of hats in that program. She also serves as the captain of our Police Explorers, and this is kind of unheard of because she did this as a sophomore in high school. Normally they're juniors, mostly seniors that do this. But Naeli achieved the rank of captain as a sophomore. She's also very involved in different community activities. various community functions, and she is a leader, as are all three of these students. That's the common theme with these three. They're just leaders and role models of our student body. And she not only has high expectation of herself, but high expectation of others that she surrounds herself with. And just a quick story on her: they were doing a felony stop. She's in our CJ program, criminal justice program. They were doing a felony stop as kind of a showpiece for some visitors that we had to our school. And she was all business the whole time. I felt like I was in trouble because she was so just authoritative and very businesslike. And she is just a fantastic student, and we're lucky to have her at work. All right, our next student is our fine arts student, Miss Allie Harris. Allie is another one, just a great leader and mentor among her peers. She is an accomplished clarinet player. She's always willing to volunteer no matter what, help out in any way. I know she's kind of one of Dr. Nowell's right-hand people. And she is a drum major in our band, and she was a vital piece of the reason that that band went to the state marching contest for the second time in a row. And when I went to Dr. Nowell and I said, just give me some things to say about, give me some things. I already knew Allie, but I kind of wanted to hear his side of things too. He went on for like 30 minutes, and he just couldn't say enough good things about her. And lastly, our student athlete is Barron Bradley. I feel like I've known Barron since, since kindergarten probably. It's been a long time since I've known him. And I can't be more appreciative of the young man that he is on our campus, because he's asked to do things. Obviously, he's our student athlete, and his coaches ask him to do things that kind of are unheard of now, because he's a two-way player in football. And at a big 5A high school, you don't see that too often. I know New Caney has one, and which is also very rare. But Barron just does whatever his coaches ask him to do. I'm sure he's a dream to coach. Being a former coach, I would love to have coached him. And but more importantly, he is a fantastic young man, and he's ranked in the top 10% of his class. And he is definitely a leader on our campus, and definitely an example that other kids could follow on our campus.
Take photos while you're
Item 6 on the agenda is open forums. We have nobody signed up today for that. We'll move on to item 7. Item 7 on the agenda is closed meeting. The board will now meet closed meeting under Texas Authority Government Code 551.074 for the purpose of personnel matters, Government Code 551.071 for attorney consultation, and Government Code 551.072 for deliberation regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property. Any actions as a result of the closed meeting, discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. Current time is 6:56.
Now, more of the schools to provide a little bit more of that information on the front page, that will also help with communications. So that's what I want to bring before you. Oh, and one more thing. On another webpage, I did find out that they had a Lone Star Leadership High School, and it wasn't anywhere on our page. Now, our counselors may have informed our students about it, and it has to do with the community colleges around here. But I thought that was very important that one of the high schools actually had that listed on their front page, so that if parents wanted to sign up their sophomores or their juniors to be a part of that leadership program, they actually saw the information there. So I'm not saying we can put everything on the page, but if there's more information that will allow the parents to meet deadlines,
to offer other opportunities for their students to do band, leadership academies, etc. If there's any way that our webpage department can work that out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Marcus. We appreciate you. Thank you. Item 5 on the agenda is closed meeting. The board will now meet in closed meeting under the authority of Texas Government Code 551.074 for the purpose of personnel matters, Government Code 551.071 for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.072 for deliberation regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. Current time is 7:01. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.072 for deliberate purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. Current time is 7:01. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.072 for deliberate purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. Current time is 7:01. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.072 for deliberate purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. Current time is 7:01. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.072 for deliberate purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.072 for deliberate purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.0 purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the board reconvenes in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.0 purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Any action as a result of closed session discussion will take place after the meeting in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.0 purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. One for attorney consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will be in open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, purchase, exchange, lease, or real property. Closed session discussion will it's an open meeting. Consultation, Government Code 551.0, property. Closed session discussion will it's an open meeting.